Oh, that was one of Alternahunk's hottest tunes. That was Green Tara. And Phoebe Jeeby, who plays the drums in Alternahunk, also makes electronic music in her spare time. And when she does that, she hooks up with a local collective called Clan Analogue, who also run a label of the same name, who we've heard quite a lot about. Now, we're off to their headquarters, which is in Newtown, another one of the western suburbs in which most of the people we're aiming to meet seem to live. And we're going to be hooking up with a few of their main players and alternative execs.
My name's Gordon Finlayson. I'm the product coordinator for Clan, putting CDs together and making sure that they sort of get out into the world in one piece.
My name is Stephen Scott, and I guess I'm 1/3 of Telemetry Orchestra, and also help out with Clan graphics, so CD covers and posters and flyers.
And I'm Toby Grime. I do sort of experimental music, strange stuff.
Which one of you would like to tell us what you consider Clan Analogue to be?
I guess a loose collective of people who are interested in electronic music, and we sort of put our energies to producing and releasing our own music and putting on events to promote our own music.
There's 24 acts on the last CD, so there are quite a large number in Sydney.
Is there a sort of a sound signature to a Clan Analogue act?
No. I think that's the core of it. It's the idea behind Clan is for there to be no sound signature behind Clan acts. The idea is to be able to promote diversity of sounds. We have releases which are more dub in focus. We've got releases which are more experimental. We've got releases which verge on sort of more dance style.
But you're distancing yourself from the mainstream techno scene.
We do try to experiment, so we're looking in other directions.
So does Clan Analogue have a following?
People buy the CDs.
Yeah, people tell us the gigs. So
yeah.
There must be some.
And we have a really good indication of what's actually happening, just in Sydney. Is just sort of seeing where callers come from when you're at radio shows. They all ring from disparate parts of the city. You're sort of way out west, way down south. It's not just an inner city thing.
You mentioned a radio show there. Is that an important element of Clan Analogue?
We do a program which is just straight out Australian electronic music each week on the major public radio station here in Sydney.
But it's very interesting for us because absolutely every person we've spoken to has mentioned community radio. It is obviously a very important way of getting music across.
Yeah, I mean, in Australia we've got a fantastic alternative to the sort of mainstream media. Sydney has 2SER, Melbourne has 2 really good alternative community public radio stations.
Toby, we downloaded various information on you from the internet that says you've been involved in various fringe experimental activities.
I mean, I sort of got into electronic music through making on tape loops and just 4-track recorders, and then I sort of bought my first sort of analog synthesizer and then just kind of got hooked from there on.
All this talk of digital and analog and equipment, we'll see your studio.
Yeah.
We're in your headquarters.
Yeah,
Can we
take
go
us
upstairs?
take us upstairs.
Let's go upstairs.
Oh, it's lovely up here.
We're right at the top of the house with windows.
This is great. You can sit on the roof and play music. It's very nice and relaxing.
Wow. I see what you mean about the combination of digital and analog.
I think there's actually a bit of a saying in Australia, people who make weird gear, because I ended up having this sort of flame war on email with this guy about 303s, and I said, I think they're fantastic sequences, but they got a really awful sound because they're just so cliche. And he said, oh, I'll build you the best analog sequence on the planet. I said, yeah, well, you do that, mate. And so the next thing I get, it's ready, it will cost you $100. I go, fine. And I kind of come home and there's a shoebox waiting at the post office with a sequencer he's built.
Where is it?
This thing here. It's like a
Oh, wow.
fully analog. I made up this really funny loop last night from a sample CD which got dodgy sort of drum machine synth thing, and a bit of Mozart and. Like this really nice sort of loop thing.
Analogue, talking about the tradition of instrument building and modification here in Sydney.